Hello, everybody. Mackenzie here, coming at you with the latest shot-by-shot breakdown of the upcoming remake of Steven Spielberg's version of the musical West Side Story. When the teaser trailer came out, we did a shot-by-shot breakdown for that, and that's proved to be extremely popular and well-liked by our viewers and listeners. So we are going to be doing a new shot-by-shot breakdown with this trailer. So let's dive in. So right away, we're opening with the end of the balcony sequence with where Tony and Maria have sung the love duet Tonight. I love the fact that we're getting the ambiance of the city as almost like they're coming back into the world again after singing. And now we're getting this beautiful bit of horn honking. We're getting that ambiance back in again. So we're going to see this clash of the romantic heightenedness of the musical mixed with the grounded realness of this community in this world that Kushner and Spielberg are building. And so what we're going to see here on the trailer is, if you watch these parts where we're going to see Rachel Ziegler, who's playing Maria singing, is going to be from other parts of the song because she's in different positions. So we see here she's standing up almost at the end of the song, and then she'll be leaning on the bars as if either looking at Tony or looking off into the distance singing to herself. So see, she comes up on the bars here, and I guarantee on the other side of the shot is Tony. So see, she was leaning on the bars, and now we cut back to her standing up. So clearly these are two different moments of the same scene, well, with different songs. Or same song, different moments of that song. But I mean, right away, you can tell Rachel as Maria, she knows this music. She's performed this role before. She knows how to sing it, and just the warmth of her voice, that angelic mezzo soprano that she's putting on here, is stunning. She is already fantastic as Maria. I can already predict, hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe an Oscar nomination for her. Hopefully. Then we get the whistle tone, the iconic whistle tone. And then now we're into a sequence that is before the Dance of the Gym, which is the sequence behind me. So in the original version, in the 61 film, we had Anita and Maria in the dress shop getting ready to go. And during that scene, we have Maria saying similar things of, "This is my first time going out. This is what's going on here.
My first time in New York City."
But in this version, we have her saying, this is her first time in New York City. And that explains why she's staying with Anita and Bernardo at their places, because probably her parents either have passed away or they're not living in New York, and she's come to live with Bernardo. And that's why we have this moment. But we can see the whole thing with Maria is, oh, it's a plain white dress. I look boring. I look plain. Can we not dye it red at least? And so we're seeing Maria here also frustrated with this kind of angelic, youthful part of her life she's being kind of forced into.
I want to be.
Like you can see, she's looking at this going, what's going on? And you can even see in the dresser there, we see a picture of probably her mother in a wedding dress as well. So great set dressing there.
Happy here. I want to make a life at home.
So actually, let's rewind it just for a quick sec. Right, so this scene here, we know it takes place the day after the Dance of the Gym because it is the lead-in to the song America. We know this because we have Anita in her yellow dress, which is what we'll see her dancing later for America in the streets. We also see that they moved this conversation that takes place typically after the Dance at the Gym, where Bernardo's lecturing Maria, and she's saying, "Si Nardo, si Nardo," and Anita kind of comes back with, "Is the old married woman," that type of line. So here we have Maria being much more active in this conversation, where she is actively debating Bernardo. And we have Anita in the kitchen as well here. So Anita's performing the domestic role of the couple, but we also know Anita's got a bit of bite to her herself, and she definitely holds her own. She is not going to be reserved or held back. Clearly, this version is very much building up the characters of Maria and Anita and giving them their own agency versus making them reactive to the story.
The home.
And then, this is a nice touch. So, in the stage show and in the 1961 film, the white dress comes with the red belt already sewn onto it. It's like a little red sash. But here, what's nice is that we see Anita taking on the maternal role where Maria wants a little bit of something, a little bit of pop on her white dress. And so Anita gives her this red belt, which is a nice way to kind of show, once again, Anita's taking on that maternal role for Anita, or for Maria. And she gives her this lovely red belt. I mean, you can see the detailing in the costume. I mean, the top that Maria is wearing in her dress with that embroidery of the florals is great. So then we get Gimbals. So once again, Kushner is building the world of of New York. He is actively working with Kushner and Spielberg. The two of them together are really working to build up the world that will inform the conflict between these two gangs. And then once again, we see Maria here trying to make herself look more mature by putting on some makeup. We also see that Bernardo, and we're going to see this throughout the trailer, that he is a boxer in this version. We also had an image released today of Bernardo taping up his hands like he's going to go box. And then here we have the boxing gloves. So clearly this is Anita in Bernardo's room. We also see that they're going to be very religious, and we see that throughout the trailer because we have the little Jesus cards in the corner there. So once again, great world building, great building of this couple in this set.
Are you ready? Tonight is up.
So then we have Bernardo, Anita, Maria, and let's see if we can catch him here.
Our family.
Chino. We have Chino joining in the fray here. We got our first good shot of Chino, who looks like they've nerded up a little bit, which is great. I mean, that gives Chino a little bit more personality. Once again, it shows his innocence as well. But we see them here getting ready to enter the dance at the gym, and we see them all, once again, that beautiful, rich coloring of the costumes of this version. And it's great. I mean, just looking at that, it's just a lovely shot of the gang of sharks. It's wonderful. So sharks on the prowl heading into the ocean. And then we're into the dance.
First gringo boy who smiles at you.
So that's a great bit of line work there. So this film and Kushner are clearly going, hopefully, from what we get from the trailer here, are going to try and balance out that both sides have racist and prejudiced tendencies, and that neither side is completely virtuous and perfect. Both sides are imperfect. Both sides have prejudice and racism put into them. Both sides have problems with the other, and it's not just, oh, one side is good, one side is bad. Both sides are bringing this hate and this anger into the fight. So the fact that we get Bernardo here giving this kind of violent joke, using a derogatory language. In the original version, Bernardo likes to call Tony a derogatory name used for Polish people, Polish immigrants. So we'll see if that gets used or if they'll just stick with something like a gringo, which is maybe, I don't know if that's a little bit more acceptable. You can let me know. So we get the dance at the gym. We get the first meeting of Tony and Maria. And here we're getting our first shots of Ansel Elgort, who will be noticeably missed in this trailer. He is not being focused on. And that's clearly a job by the marketing campaign, who know he is currently facing serious accusations. And because of that, they don't want to pull focus from the movie and onto him. So they're doing everything they can to really focus on Maria, Anita, the sharks, and the other characters, while still building in Tony as well, but just not making him the focus of a trailer. And of course, we know they've moved, we also commented on the last video, they've moved the first meeting scene. So in the original version, the lights kind of go blurry, everything kind of becomes a dream sequence, but clearly they're here going for a much more realistic world. So naturally, where would Maria and Tony kind of go to escape? They go under the bleachers, but even then the lights are still coming in. They're giving that kind of dream effect in the lighting, even though the setting is still very much real. So maybe we won't get the cha-cha. Who knows?
I'm not Puerto Rican.
Is that okay?
Do you want to start World War III?
So there we go. So this is where we're showing once again that Anita is going to be an active participant in this community. She will not just be reserved as Bernardo's girl. She has her own voice. She is willing to go challenge Tony here. A bit of a provoking comment about, do you want to start World War III? It's a bit of a chide at him. And we get to see Chino in the background once again, kind of hiding out there too. So it's great to see Anita once again. She's taking an active role in the scene. She's like in the other version of the scene, Bernardo sends them home, and Anita doesn't say anything. She just takes Maria and goes. Here, yes, Anita's taking Maria home, but she is also getting her comment in too. So then we get into the what I call the day in the life sequence. We underscored by the song America. So here we clearly have the Jets, who are heading off to the Rumble, because we got Riff holding a bat. And this was a moment we saw in the last trailer where we see Riff holding a bat and he hits a tire. So it looks like we set at dusk and they're heading off to the Rumble. They've clearly prepped themselves. We got the whole gang, including Anybody's, who is seen there on the right. That looks like. So then we have the Jets once again now in the community, in the world. Here, they are out and about. This is clearly part of the prologue sequence, because we saw them in the last trailer. They're going to paint over the mural that the Sharks have put up, and they're part of the community. So clearly we see the Jets are about to go make some trouble.
You know, I wake up to everything I know either getting...
So this is, once again, this is a shot we saw from the last trailer. But in the last trailer, I thought that it was the fact that they're showing that it's the Jets who are still holding footholds in community. But it turns out, if we rewind it here, there we go. They're putting up a new sign showing that this establishment that was once an Irish pub is now being taken over by the Puerto Rican community, by the Spanish community. And also we get this lovely shot here of Riff and Tony in the basement. And I love this kind of shading shot. It almost looks like Tony's in a prison down below there. So that's lovely. That's a really nice way of showing that Tony is restrained in this new world he's in, while also he's trying to climb toward lit. He's trying to do better. He's trying to get out of the gang life. But Riff descends into his world and brings him back into this other community.
Up to everything I know either getting sold or wrecked or being taken over by people that I don't like.
So here we go. So now we get Riff's point of view, that he's clearly got some prejudice and some racism in him too, because he says he's got people moving into his community who he doesn't like. So once again, we're getting that vibe there. And we can see in the back that the Jets are still holding their paint cans. Clearly they're off to go make some havoc, but they're hiding what they're about to go and do. Then we get the end of the prologue where we have Lieutenant Shrank showing up and Officer Krupke. They're played by Brian Darcy James, in between the two gangs.
You keep away from him.
So right, so this is the follow-up to the scene we saw previously. That is, once again, Bernardo trying to lay down the law. But as we see here, Maria's going to fire back.
As long as you're in my house.
I'm a grown-up now, Bernardo. I'm gonna think for myself.
So here's another beautiful shot. This is clearly more of the balcony sequence. And I love the fact that we're getting their hands through the barriers. Once again, it's showing that they're going to try and break through the barriers and the prejudice and the racism that permeates this community. But will they make it all the way through? Who knows? Now let's just quickly rewind back here just for a minute. So we see once again, they're doing that bit of bickering with one another, brother-sister fighting. But then we got Tony arriving at the balcony for the Tonight duet. And we also have Maria prior to going out to the dance at the gym. So clearly we have the voiceover from the night after the dance at the gym, but we have this scene or this moment of her looking at probably after she's got the dress on before she heads to the gym. So there we go.
I'm a grown-up now, Bernardo. I'm gonna think for myself.
Tony.
So here we go. So now we get this moment here with Riff, where clearly this is part of the Tonight quintet that usually ends Act 1. And now we're getting Riff here. So we weren't sure if this is part of Cool, G Officer Krupke, or the quintet, but I'm positive now that we're going to get this as part of the quintet. This is the Jets heading off to the Rumble, and Riff's going to come up here and bang his bat.
We need you.
And then once again, we're back into this world of the prologue, of post-prologue, where Riff is trying to get Tony to join in and be part of the gang again.
We're going to war.
There we go. So that's another great prison shot of Tony underground in the basement, almost looking like he's in a prison, confined, a caged animal waiting to burst out. And then we got, of course, the great shot from the last trailer, which is the shot of the mixing of the shadows, which once again shows that basically people are just people. You take away the human part and you look at a shadow, and every shadow is the same. Every human being is the same, and they mix here, and it's beautiful. It's still one of my favorite shots. But while we're getting new footage of the Rumble, so I was right when I predicted in the last trailer that the setting of the Rumble has moved from under the highway to now basically maybe still under the highway, but in like a warehouse, like a salt warehouse where they keep the salt to sand and salt the roads in the wintertime. And of course, that's a great shot right there. So we see once again that this world, the black and white basically, is now going to be stained and torn up by this Rumble that's about to take place. That's a great shot.
Who are you? Friend or foe?
So that's another great moment here too, that we're seeing clearly they're not going to be as hunky-dory and as buddy-buddy as they were in the original version for Riff and Tony. In the original version, there was very clear brotherly love between the two of them. They loved each other. They really respected one another. Here, we now have Riff continually pushing Tony and questioning his loyalty. So we'll see how that plays out, because it's very important that the brotherly love and connection is felt between these two characters, because it informs major actions later on in the film. Then we get the Tonight Orchestra. So this is really cool here. So we get the Tonight orchestration kicking in. Now we're into this epic music once again. And now we have Anita here, who looks like she has a new scene where clearly this is post-Rumble, and she's coming out of the police station. So if you know what happens in the climax of the Rumble, you know why she'll be at the police station. But clearly she is distraught, she is upset, and clearly she's going home to go talk to Maria. Because this would seem probably lead into A Boy Like That. So then we got this chase sequence. So this is post-Rumble once again. This is the Jets or the Sharks. We don't know which one. I assume it's probably the Jets trying to escape the police as they hunt them down post-Rumble.
If you go with him.
Oh, we gotta go back there. That's a beautiful shot. There. So once again, now we get the bedroom scene between Anita and Maria. And it's showing clearly this is the beginning of A Boy Like That. Because you know by the end of the song that Anita softens a bit. But we also could be at the end of the song where she will accept Maria's choice to be with Tony, but she also cautions that the larger community will not accept what she's about to do. So we'll see. But clearly this is from that part of the story, which is the A Boy Like That and I Have a Love. And then we have this lovely sequence here. So this is the One Hand, One Heart. And instead of keeping it in the dress shop for the fake wedding, looks like almost like you're going to have a real wedding in an actual church. And that light coming through the stained glass, it's stunning. And just the way the light captures it, like with the stained glass at the bottom. So it's so much out of the 61 film, where in the 61 version, in Maria's bedroom, her glass door very much had the red and yellow lights that came through it. It was gorgeous. And clearly they're invoking that lighting with this moment here. And just that shot of the light coming down, hitting Tony and Maria, it's stunning.
No one will ever forgive you.
There. So this is the shot I thought was almost a reuse shot from the 61 film, because the way the coloring is done, the way it's all put together, it looks like it's directed to the 61 film, either from the One Hand, One Heart sequence or from a moment in Maria's bedroom. It's just stunning. And then we have, of course, the bedroom scene between Maria and Tony. And then we have shots of America here. So once again, it's that big community number now. It's not just the sharks up on the roof like in the 61 film where it was very insular to the gang. Once again, we are taking this out into the community, and we can see Maria, Anita, and Bernardo leading this gang into the street, into the community. And then we have shots of the quintet here, where from the shark perspective. And then we have the looks like a police chase, probably once again from the quintet, leading into the rumble as they go to try and stop the rumble. And then we have a post rumble here, where we have everybody trying to escape, and it looks like we can clearly see somebody kneeling over someone else in the background there. I won't say who, but clearly there is some action going on in the background there. And I love the way the lighting is caught. So once again, it's car light probably coming into the space. So it's this great bit of work here. It's just, I mean, cinematography wise, it's stunning. I'm already hoping it wins best cinematography at the Oscars this coming year. So here we have more of the America sequence. We know that the song takes place in the community. We know that part of this was filmed going through a market. So clearly this is Bernardo doing that part of the song. Now we have this pistol. So once again, we saw this pistol featured throughout the teaser trailer. And if you look in the background, there's that hole in the walkway, which we'll see come up later as another bit of action shot. But clearly right now, this pistol's being handed off, and it's going to be an important role. It's going to cause conflict. So I don't know whose hand that is. I don't know if that's one of the Jets or the Sharks or who's going to get it. But then we see this moment here. So we have Dance at the Gym. We have America. We have Rita Moreno in the shop as Valentina. And I like the fact that we have a little box that says Rit on it. Maybe it'll say Rita, maybe it'll say Ritz. I don't know, but it's interesting to see that that's there too. But clearly we have her shown here in the corner store. So here we go. So we have the pistol slammed down, which is the shot we saw. We didn't see who was struggling for the pistol. So now clearly we see it's Riff and Tony who are struggling for this pistol. And it looks like it's part of the prologue. So maybe we'll get some moments of a flashback, maybe that one of them was going to do a really horrible act early on, because we hear in the original version about how Bernardo was jumped the first day he moved there. So maybe we'll see some flashback, because it wouldn't make sense for Tony to be in the opening prologue, because it just wouldn't fully because Tony's whole thing is that he's been out of the gang. But when the story starts, then he gets brought back in by Riff. So maybe Tony's trying to stop Riff from using the gun during the prologue. I don't know, but clearly there's some conflict going on here, because Tony and Riff are going after this pistol at the same time. So we'll see where that part of the action plays out. Then we have this opening shot of this candle and this Saint Maria statue. Now, I thought this was Maria doing this, but as we'll see in this next shot here, it is either post-rumble or it looks like it's post-rumble. So it looks like the Sharks are praying for the actions that have taken place post-rumble. So once again, we're going to get this scene that we get alluded to in the original version of what the Sharks get up to post-rumble, because we get a lot of focus on the Jets post-rumble. So hopefully that means we'll get a balanced look at what the Sharks were up to as well.
Life matters even more than.
So then we get life matters more than love. So once again we get this Valentina, and it looks like it's taking place post Rumble because Valentina's in a nightgown.
Love.
Then we get the end of the bedroom sequence with Tony and Maria. Then we get, and I love the mirroring of the shot. We get the love of Tony and Maria, but then we get the same brotherly love between Tony and Riff, and they're almost mirroring with the way they clutch Tony's face here. It's great mirroring. And then we get Anita here doing either she is doing a part of the quintet or she is getting ready for the dance at the gym, because that is the dance at the gym dress. And then we get this wonderful shot from the Rumble, where clearly we got Tony being held back on the Jet side. We got the Sharks getting ready to jump in on the other side. Bernardo's clearly making the aggressive move here, doing a kind of a flip up with the switchblade. So it's really great to see here that and the way this is lit, it's beautiful. And then we got dances at the gym shot we saw from the last trailer. And now here we go. So this is great. So this is the I Feel Pretty song of the movie. And if you look on the right side, the lady who's catching Maria is none other than Andrea Burns, who is a longtime performer who's played Maria numerous occasions. And she was added into the film. So she's probably playing the Madame Lucia dress owner character, or she's playing the head of the dressmakers of the shop. Now we can see Maria's got a makeshift sash. He's using the feather duster as like a bouquet of flowers. And it looks like her whole team of gals, shark gals, are not seamstresses this time around. It looks like they are just cleaning the shop. So here, I want to go back to the shot here because this looks like a follow-up shot from the pistol handoff from previously. So it looks like we have a drop of like a cement bag or something that's going to go through this hole in the walkway. And the prologue is going to puff up at them. So clearly this is going to be a really intense action shot. Then we got this wonderful Anita Bernardo shot, probably when he's going off to the Rumble or Start America, one of the two, but it's in their house because we've seen these hangings in their house before. And then we got more shots of the dance at the gym. And dance at the gym. And then we got more dance at the gym. We got their first meeting. And once again, it's beautifully lit. The cinematography, I can't say enough about it. It's gorgeous. And then we get the end with that last Tonight by Rachel Ziegler. And there we go, everybody. That's it. Wonderful. So thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to stay healthy, stay safe. Please follow Before the W on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel and go through our past episodes we posted on our YouTube channel. And be ready for season 4, which is starting this Friday with our episode All But Wicked. So tune in and watch that this Friday. Thanks. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.